With newer shows out there like Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Fire Force, there's a reason why 2011 Steins Gate is currently ranked 4th on my anime list. Because it's real. Well, it's fictional, but you get the point. Okay, before the video begins, I want to clarify that there will be spoilers, and you should go watch the show first if you haven't seen it already. Seriously, it's worth it. Steins Gate has many elements that separate it from the pack aside from its enthralling plot, but we can organize them into 4 areas of discussion: characters, world building, themes, and music. Characters. Every person that crosses the screen in Steins Gate has a believable motive and identity, forming a cast of likable and, more importantly, projectable characters. You've got the likes of Okabe, a mad scientist set on unlocking the secrets of time travel, but also a human being battling to save his loved ones as a result of his own wrongdoings. There's Kurisu, a sensible yet oftentimes sarcastic researcher that works alongside Okabe in his mission, or Daru, the team's computer hacker and comedic relief. Suzuha, a messenger from the future looking to find her dad in the current timeline. And the rock that steadies the cast, Mayuri. She's a childhood friend of Okabe who glues together the entire show with her charming personality and innocence and chaos. Whether it's because of humor, attitude, or background, anybody can envision themselves being a part of Okabe's future gadget lab, overall strengthening the viewer's connection with Steins Gate and elevating each twist to elicit more emphatic reactions. I found myself relating most to Okabe, but the character-heavy approach of Steins Gate allows you to associate with any of the characters previously mentioned, or even ones that weren't.
Hey, Master! I am mad scientist! It's so cool! Son of a bitch! Hi! 何ですか? 日本語で OK か?
World building. Steins Gate takes place in the Akihabara district of Tokyo, a real area known for its electronic shops and maid cafes, fitting for an anime regarding time travel. However, despite Akihabara's size, the show restricts its setting to the team's lab and a few other locations. Why? Because the setting directly contrasts the plot of the show. The future gadget lab has the weight of the world on its shoulders to prevent a time travel-enabled war from occurring in the future, but all of that stress and work takes place in a pretty small room. Nothing extravagant, just looks like a modest studio apartment. The juxtaposition of the plot and setting increases the tension on screen and rings in the viewer's attention, unlike other stories where you feel like something bad is looming when a character travels to a dark and foreign location. Steins Gate leaves the viewer guessing. The lab is both a place of joy and depression, only notifying you the distinction between the two as it's happening and promoting a sense of uncertainty that we crave. It's almost the same reason people hate spoilers so much. They dampen the feeling of surprise that entertainment is supposed to give. However, the real beauty in Steins Gate's lack of excursions is the implications it has for ourselves. Regardless of scale, whatever your project is, it can make a significant imprint on the world as a whole. Sure, it may seem unimportant, but something as simple as delivering pizzas may improve the lives of others and eventually the quality of an entire community. Steins Gate tells the story of a ragtag group trying to accomplish something meaningful. Why can't we strive for the same?
ならば、くれてやろう。
いいの、オカリ。
法王院今日まだ。
ありがとう、オカリ。
だから法王院今日まだ。
これより8階ホール。
Themes. Despite the show's sci-fi foundation and focus on time travel, love plays just as integral of a role in the culmination of pieces that make up Steins Gate. Well, more specifically, the clashing of 2 forms of affection. Okabe struggles to assess the value of both his romantic relationship with Kurisu and familial one with Mayuri. On one hand, Okabe has finally found someone to call his soulmate after working with Kurisu throughout the weeks. However, Mayuri and Okabe have looked after each other since primary school, always putting each other's well-being over every other pressing thought at the moment. So when push comes to shove, Okabe must choose to save one over the other, ultimately choosing Mayuri's life. Why did I fuck that line up so bad? Anyways, what separates Steins Gate from other stories is the recognition of multiple modes of love and their potential conflict. Typically, we see characters complete heroic acts for a lover, or instead in the name of friendship, but never trade one for the other. Like it or not, that's life. Sacrifices will be made. Steins Gate effectively utilizes that idea when Okabe finally re-enters the timeline where Kurisu died to prevent Mayuri's murder. Though more absolute in the show than what the average person experiences, we all encounter our fair share of bridges that will be burned, voluntarily or not. It may be difficult, but making no choice could result in even more harm, as seen with Okabe attempting to circumvent the situation and constantly resetting the day, just to witness Mayuri die at the end of it each time. Only after realizing the inevitability of her death in the current situation and talking with Kurisu does Okabe unwillingly decide to return to the original timeline, a choice that haunts him as illogically preventable.
俺はお前を助けられない。すまない。
ありがとう。私のためにそこまで苦しんでくれて。
なんでお前なんだって。どうしてお前なんだって。
Music. Steins Gate's soundtrack doesn't fall into a singular genre. There are heartfelt piano moments, future tech ensembles, and epic Lumiere orchestrals that present a sense of weightlessness and impending doom. Yet, despite the diversity of song, nothing feels out of place. Steins Gate's music fits the story so well in that it matches its versatile vibe. There are celebratory, goofy, and distressing moments to the plot that pair excellently with the respective audio played. And when I say the music goes everywhere, I'm not kidding. Take a listen to this. Powerful, like a gorilla in the jungle, drenched in a warm drizzle as it patrols its territory. But then it goes. God damn, what is this? It feels like it just took a turn out of Gotham City and into Donkey Kong's fucking house. Don't get me wrong, this song kinda be bussin' too, but even the suggestion that these two very different pieces are used in the same show seems ludicrous. However, at no point while watching Steins Gate did I even notice the drastic disparities. Instead, the show organizes itself in such a way that the music almost fades to the background. It's not supposed to be the main attraction, the plot is. So when some freaky song comes on, you don't realize it because it complements the current scene so well. It feels like every piece was specially crafted for a particular moment, displaying the creativity of the studio and writing staff.
It's all right here. Come on, bruh.
I think you just proved to me that Steins Gate is trash.
A recurring thought, realism is what makes Steins Gate great. Time travel isn't real, but the way it unfolds in this show simply fits. Eventually, the lab discovers it, but their version of time travel is much more limited than a traditional sci-fi movie and requires breaking through tons of obstacles just to develop. Writing such a controversial and complicated topic is extremely difficult, yet rewarding, despite oftentimes seeming unimpressive for the average viewer. And the culmination of pieces like this, with inviting characters and understandable conflicts, is how Steins Gate established itself as an excellent show. The simple bits and pieces that sometimes lurk behind the scenes, acting as stage crew while never receiving the praise they deserve, bundles Steins Gate into a work fit for anyone. Very much unlike My Hero Academia, cause that shit.
俺は狂気のマッドサイエンティスト法院教魔何を恐れることがあるというのだふぅ